Hi everyone, it's your digital influencer, and today we're going to be talking about the word consistency. What does that mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. I'm going to use practical examples in my life where I applied consistency to, and I reaped the benefits of being consistent. The reason why I'm really practical about that word today is simply because a lot of times we as individuals try different things and find out that 1/3 of the way into the trial of those things we end up stopping or just quitting on our dreams. And the reason why most of the time we can't adequately accomplish these dreams or thoughts or whatever you want to call them is simply because we did not stay consistent and true to the game. Now, what am I saying? I remember 2015 when we changed houses and I started looking at, I was getting older, I started thinking about my health. I had a picture in my mind of where I wanted to end up in, having started, going to the gym about February 2015. But the thing was that I put in about a month's work of gym time, and what we found out was very simple. Was that by the end of March, I found out that when I stood on the scale, my weight hadn't really gone where it was supposed to go to, and I started thinking about actually stopping the process. Now, in real respect, having stopped, luckily for me, I started my personal development journey about, say, 2015 April, thereabout, and that kind of put me in a very good place mentally to be able to go back in August 2015, back to the same dream I had February 2015 and start the process again. But this time it was different because now I was mentally in a good place and I had come in contact with the word called consistency. I had started to practice it and I literally just applied it to that process. Now there was a huge difference. August turned into September, September turned into October, and we started driving that process up until now. Now, what I was looking for February 2015 at the end in March that I didn't find, and that picture I had February 2015 in my mind of an optimum health place for me, everything drastically, radically changed. I mean, by the time we started this year, 2018, I'd gone way above and beyond what I initially thought I wanted to be at in 2015. I've been consistent. There have been days that I wasn't even up to it. I was down, but I still applied consistency. Not because I am better than you watching this video, but because I had first of all done my first assignment, which was basically getting into the right mindset. And once you do that, whenever the challenges that are associated with everybody trying to do whatever they do come to part, this mental faculty comes into play and kicks in the word called consistency. And what you find out is that you will jump that hurdle, you will be able to surpass that blocker, and you will continue riding that horse until you get to the finish line. What am I simply saying to us today? And I'll give you another good analogy. When I was doing my master's, having failed awfully at my first trial with school at the university, what I found out was very simple. Consistency also came into play, and it was very simple. In a class where we had different ethnic groups from Africa, Asia, Americans, European counterparts in the same room with me. I wasn't the most intelligent of them, or I like to look at it that way, or I wasn't even the smartest of them all in the room. But you see, the difference between me and them was very simple. Whenever there was a coursework handed to us, immediately I got that coursework, more or less like the next day. I started putting in the work little by little, and I stayed consistent to the research, to the findings, to putting everything together up until the submission of that work. And a lot of my peers, the very smart ones, the very intelligent ones, would leave that work and only apply themselves probably a week to the submission of that work. But I've been doing that work for over a month consistently. And when we put in the work and the results came out, I was always way above them. Like I like to repeat, I wasn't the smartest, I wasn't the most intelligent, but at that particular point in time in my life, I built myself mentally to a place where I knew that it would help me when the challenges of procrastination, the challenges of blockers, the challenges of not being confident enough to be able to do what I was supposed to do, that would just trigger that in, and I would just literally jump and continue the race. What am I saying to us today? If you have something you've planned, something you want to do right now as I speak to you today, first things first, get your mental faculty in check. Once you've been able to do that, then apply that to your physical execution. So I say to you today, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, and you really want to see that dream come to life, fruition, whatever you want to call it, you first of all have to start by building a mental castle, a mental building in your head, whereby you know that when the challenges come, that mental faculty kicks in, triggers the word consistency, and you keep going, right? If you don't do it this way and you just jump right into your dream, I guarantee you when the challenges come, you're probably most probably going to stop, right? What am I saying to you today? You can be all that you were built and created to be, if only you are consistent at that you have decided to do. All right? I'm your digital influencer. Have a great one.